love this. This is fantastic.
Well, I was just kind of trying to figure out what wouldn't look ridiculous and what would allow someone to be able to go, into my head and see these visions. And
I'm glad you didn't go with the eyes rolled back.
I couldn't.
I was like, oh, like weird. It was.
Listen, I'm the very new actor. This is very important to me.
That must be very scary. Did you go to Catherine or the director at the time? Who directed? Condon. That was Condon. Oh no, the first one was Catherine.
Yeah.
No, but I mean, I don't remember you doing the vision in the first one, but.
Oh yeah, I did.
Yeah. So did you go to Catherine and were like, so these are 3 choices, or was she like?
Thankfully, I gave her one, and she was like, "That's great." But yeah, I just remember being I was so young and new to this craft that I remember that being like a really important thing for me, for Alice.
I went to med school.
Just like a one-up me. I actually don't know how to see into the future, but it's fine.
No, you didn't. You were shopping for scarves. You were like, what's this med scarf gonna do?
Okay, med school. There was a med school across from the Kmart, and I was shopping for the scarves. I walked in, and I was like, okay, that's how they stand. And then I put the scarf on, and I went, nailed it. No, I actually did do this. It's a low story, but I'll give you the quick version. So when I had to stitch up Bella, they gave me these styrofoam little pads, and they were like, so you have to practice stitching because we're going to have this flesh kind of thing on her arm, and you have to look like you know what you're doing. So I worked with this guy, he's a doctor, and the foam pads didn't feel right, so I went and I bought chicken breasts, and I would slice them and operate on these chicken breasts. And all these chicken breasts in my hotel room, I had plates of them with all these stitched up black stitching of. And I brought one to Kristen. I was like, hey, I think I'm getting pretty good. She was like, nah, I'd never let you stitch me up. I was like, thanks. So I went back and practiced some more. And then at the end of the day, the housekeeper would come in and she'd take all my chickens and put them in the refrigerator. So I was thinking, oh my God, she's gonna call the cops on me because she probably thinks either it's a weird dish that I'm making or I'm really psychotic. Here's the guy who's just cutting up chickens and stitching them together. Anyway, I did that to do that scene. What I didn't realize though is that I had to wear contact lenses, so all that work went out the window because when I put the contact lenses in, I couldn't see anything. So yeah, it was a lot harder with the contacts in.
Just feel your way around.
Yeah, Kristen didn't like that. I might have poked her a few times.
All right.
Was there anything that Jackson?
Cowboy boots. Ride horses.
Didn't you ride horses? You also practiced your stare.
You went.
Tell me you did.
Did you? You knew how to ride horses.
I met this guy and I was like, I was kept that. No, nothing maybe super specific, other than just kind of researching the character and dedicating myself to that for the whole time I was filming and making sure that I was, I could be this different but similar version of the book. I didn't want to, deviate too much from the book. So it was really about kind of using that as a guideline. And then other than that, just kind of finding the moments of truth and honesty. And even though sometimes it was kind of weird because you're making a vampire movie.
I feel like the voices, didn't you? I feel like your voices sounded a little bit different. Mine was slightly higher. And I remember practicing that, trying to make sure that I didn't sound insane. But she is this very sing-songy person, and so I wanted her voice to be a little bit different. So I remember practicing that too.
Did you ride horses? Did you?
Yeah, I grew up riding horses.
Yeah, but I remember
I had to do horseback riding training legally for
I remember that.
Twilight Eclipse, and this is up in Vancouver. So
yeah, and it was just Jackson going, I get to ride horses. I know how to ride horses, but basically a free ride, free ride today.
Oh, it was awesome. I got to go hang out with this dude named Danny Virtue, and we just go we just ride through the hills and mountains, and he would tell me stories of his life. He was a stuntman, and he had ran away from home when he was 8 years old and joined a traveling circus, and then, literally, he told me his whole life story, and it was the best, and I just had the most fun. And then at the end of the day, we would go, and his wife would prepare a southern meal for us, even though we're up in Canada. It was cool, man. I really dug it. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
All right, I totally apologize.